Hello, YouTube. It's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome to another review of movies of 2021. Yeah, I finally saw something on Disney Plus today that was good, but it was not the greatest movie, of the year. It's a good animated movie that came out back in March in the theaters. I'm glad I didn't pay $30 for this on Disney Plus because it would have been, too much. And while this movie was visually stunning, it still had some problems. I had some issues with it, and that is Raya, not Raya, because they're saying it wrong. Raya and the Last Dragon. Yeah, I finally got to the movie today. I finally saw it on Disney Plus. Film is good, but like I said, it's more for little girls than for me because there were some things that I was not a fan of. Good points. The lead girl that plays Raya, Kelly Marie Tran is way better here than she was in The Last Jedi. She had things to do. She's very likable. She's got a strong spirit. She's not the smartest person judge of character, but she is what she is. The one who steals the movie is Sisu, the dragon. Aquafina just is the best part of the movie. Even in human form, she's very funny, very likable, kind of like naive, but she's a glowing character. She's like if you took Mushu and Elsa and put them together and and made her Asian, and there you go, and there you got Sisu, who's the best character in the movie. There's the part of the problem I had was the third act and the villain. That was my main problem because in the third act, Sisu is out of the film for like half of the third act, and they have to fix the freaking world. But they have to get all these broken pieces of a gem to put together, and then it'll bring the dragons back. And yeah, if you haven't seen it, spoilers. I bet most people have. And yeah, but Sisu misses like a much of the third act's battle, and I'm like, yeah, that was kind of wrong because yeah, she was your best asset in the movie, and you used her in the first two thirds, and then the third act it kind of gets weak. And I don't care about the villain, guys. I know Josh is gonna be like, you're not supposed to like the villain. I don't like Gemma Chan. I never liked her as an actress. I couldn't stand her in Transformers: The Last Night. I didn't like her in Captain Marvel. I didn't like her in this movie. I don't care about her in Eternals because I just don't like her. She's not for me. Her character looks like a lesbian here with her freaking half shaved haircut from Supergirl that Alex had. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that haircut. It looks really really lesbo. And I also there's no male centric character in this movie. Most of the males are just cameos. Like Daniel Day Kim is the voice of Raya's dad, and the little boy who does a good job as the lead kid, Captain Dang or whatever his name is, and Benedict Wong who was in Doctor Strange. He's like a side character. He doesn't do much. The baby was cute. The Khan baby and the monkeys were cute. I like that. The animation is gorgeous. It's beautiful to look at. The landscapes and the colors and the beautiful surroundings and the characters, they all look great except for Namari, because there's a thing that she does at the end, like that just pissed me off. Also, the movie's short. It's not as long as I thought it was going to be. It's at an hour and 40 minutes. It's 95 minutes. The end credits are 18 minutes long, and I'm like, really? Why is the end credits this long? There's no post credit scene. It's not a Marvel movie. And to be honest, I like Frozen 2 better. I had a much better time with Elsa singing and the beautiful animation and the songs. This didn't need songs. I'm glad there was no singing, but it needed a little bit more. If you took Avatar: The Last Airbender, How to Train Your Dragon, and Legend of Korra, and also other stuff that I've seen, like the Kung Fu series that recently came out, you have the same thing. But here's the thing: I don't want to have sympathy for the villain. It's not needed, Disney. And also, you're trying to make Raya and Namari a thing. It's not going to happen. Just keep them far away from each other. Do not make them a love interest because it's not going to work for me. You're going to confuse children, and you don't need to do that. You already did enough of that in with trying to do that with Elsa. The film, like I said, yeah, the criticism was a lack of Asian representation. It had enough Asians to go around. That was not the problem. The animation, the visuals, the action sequences are really well done. The opening is really well done. The way they go into like these comic book type panels, like in an anime, it's really well done. The film, if it gets a best animated film, it deserves for the animation itself. The humor worked. Some of the jokes made me laugh, not out loud, but it did make me laugh. But the story's very basic. If you've seen Avatar: The Last Airbender or any other Asian inspired story, it's not breaking any new ground. I mean, the movie only made about 117 million on a budget of 100 million, which is it made somewhat of a profit, but it didn't make it because of the COVID and also because you know audiences were scared to go to the theater back in March. But the representation is not the problem. And look at this future. It says Kelly Marie Tran absolutely be interested in reprising her role as Raya, which is not a problem for me. But she stated she wanted a lesbian relationship. No, fuck that Disney agenda. I don't want that. It's not progressive when it's just confusing things for children for things for adults. Yeah, it says here the studio's increased representation while reaffirming that its classic formula is just as reliable as ever, and also preaching a message about trust. And then you have these, you want to have agendas behind it? No, that doesn't work for me. Is this better than the Mulan remake from last year? Oh God, yeah, because at least Raya has flaws and she has human emotion and she's not a freaking robot. And like I said, her and Sisu have a great rapport. That's a better relationship than anything. I liked her in her with her anime hair and when she's a dragon. And also the other actors in the movie. Alan Tudyk is Tuk Tuk, that creature that she rolls on. That it was good to see him back. Sing Sun Kane is Dang Hai, the chief of Talon. You have Sandra Oh, Ross Butler, Francois Chow as Juan. You have a lot of people here, a lot of talented people, but I think there were too many people working on the story. This, I'm not kidding. This movie has 8 people that work on the story. One, two, three, four, five, six, 8 people. Last time I checked, you only need 1 or 2 writers. You don't need 8 people because it's just too many cooks in the kitchen. One person wants to make Avatar. One person wants to make How to Train Your Dragon. One person wants to make a Disney classic. Another person wants to make an action drama. You have to pick a tone and just go with it. That's one of the problems I had. Like, it's a good movie, but Raya should have been the focus in the third act, not Namari, who I don't care about. I don't like the actress. I don't like her design. I don't like her backstory. Oh, we have to feel sorry for her because she lost something when she was young and she betrayed Raya in the beginning. I'm like, why am I supposed to care about Namari? I don't. Disney, keep it to yourself. Just 2 directors is fine, but 8 writers for a story that could have easily only needed 2 or 1 at the least, it's too much. There's too many ideas in this 95-minute movie. They want to pack so much in such a little time that it feels like there's some things that were cut out. And I didn't want a 2-hour movie, but like I said, guys, Frozen 2 did a lot for not having a villain, and it made more money. And there's a reason why that's going to get a third one, and this one it'll probably get a sequel, but it would have to be after the COVID, and most of its revenues was overseas because most people in Asia like these kinds of films. It's visually stunning. For kids, they're not going to care about the plot. They're going to just care about the beautiful, pretty colors and the animation and the action and the main characters. But it's not the worst of the year. It's probably an honorable mention for me. I know Josh is going to disagree, saying this movie's a classic. It's good, but it's not a classic. It's a good movie that I won't watch again for a while. But I'm going to be honest. I liked Mortal Kombat more. It gave me more of what I wanted. Godzilla versus Kong gave me more of what I wanted. To All the Boys, that had real people, not cartoons, and I felt more. I'm sorry, guys. That's how I feel. Even Sonic the Hedgehog was better. That took a horrible trailer that had one of the worst designs for Sonic, changed it, made a hilarious movie for kids, and it didn't preach. We didn't have to feel sorry for Robotnik. He's a villain through and through, and we don't have to feel sorry for him. That's what I want. I don't want the female. Once you try to make sympathize with the villain, there is no villain. So I'm sorry. That's what bothered me in the film. The villain and the freaking third act. The Sisu's not in it, so it's like kind of like, okay, come on, is something gonna make me laugh? Yeah, and that was my problem. But it's a good movie. I didn't have to pay $30. I got to see it for free, so it is what it is. It's a good movie. If you want to watch it, it's worth a watch. But just like with Wonder Woman 84 last year, even though it had way more problems, you don't need to sympathize with the villain. Just let them be evil and do evil things and give them a character. Don't make them a freaking minority that we don't need. I'm not talking about Asian. I'm talking about the freaking lesbo chick because she's a total lesbian. I mean, come on, look at her. She might as well have my haircut. Disney is painfully obvious when they cast in their villains. It's like if Kylo Ren chopped some of his hair off and it was like a tail. I don't like that haircut. One of the stupidest haircuts I've ever seen. It's a lesbo hair. It's the same hair that they had in Terminator Dark Fate. Stop doing that, please. Let women be women. Let them have long, voluminous hair like Sisu had, or Raya, or freaking even Sandra Oh's character. You know, let them have beautiful hair. Stop making women look like dudes because they're not dudes. Okay, the non-binary haircut can kiss my ass, even in an animated movie. Just to let you know. But it's a good movie. Didn't hate it, but it needed more. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next review.